perspectives, ladies and gentlemen. The idea of the show or this segment is we want to find out what you're saying. We like the fact that you are being heated up by this beautiful lady and the two gentlemen, one by our right and one by our left. And everything they say, we read your comments and we bring it back here. And so the first person is yours obediently. I like the fact that you're obedient. And you say, and of course, we are talking about customs implements order to boost production of local health products. And you say, announcing is one, following through is another. Welcome to Nigeria. The next person has to be Sheyi Makinde's boy, Sheyi Makinde Akinyo. And you say, my president has good policies for the betterment of the country. We need implementation to be top notch. And of course, the last person says, his name is Adam, son of Lagos. Adam, son of Lagos, welcome. And you say, very good news. So we must ensure the swift implementation of whole human policies of the president. Thanks, Adam. You know, you had to put my name in there, Swift. Talking about somebody that is going to respond to me swiftly. I see Priya looking like he's about to, you know, what's your take on, because everybody is like, they have good policies, but can they be implemented? Talking about the customs implementation. What's your take?
Yes, I think they are very, very good policies, and the government should see it through. Most especially what we're talking about is raw materials that will serve as manufacturing for pharmaceutical industry and equipment, which will serve as the technology for production. If they are exempted from VAT and from other taxes that comes with it, it's going to make them to cut down on their overhead and expand the number of persons they employ, and of course make profits and achieve the goal of the president to get to 70% production of pharmaceutical products locally. And that will be a boost to the current administrations.
Wow, I'm so excited. But does it have anything to do with immigration policy? You're suddenly agreeing with all government policies.
Oh, no, not all government policies. If it does something good, hey,
no,
we go with it.
It's okay. You won't be deported. Of course, the next one has to do with bills to grant state oil control and passing the second reading. And of course, you know how hot this one was. And of course, we have Oluwole. He says a quiet reconstruction is taking place, no doubt, at official bath. That's the president. He's silently and effectively utilizing the current National Assembly to effect essential political and economic reconstruction or reconstructing that many thought was not possible without convocation of usual waste national conferences. And the next person has to be Linus. Linus, I greet you. Welcome back here. And you says it will pass through the National Assembly, but will fail through the State House of Assembly as it needs two-thirds of states of Nigeria to support it for it to be amended officially and as a law. Blessing, I'm jumping to you very quickly. Here's coming to be the fact that, look, it will pass National Assembly, but for states in Nigeria, it needs the state houses because it needs two-thirds. Do you think this bill would pass through the states?
Okay, so whether it will pass or not will depend on the consideration given to it. It's a bill that will favor states. It's a bill that will move the ownership of resources, or will move ownership of resource control from the legislative list to concurrent list. So it's going to be very beneficial for states. I think that states would not want to oppose what would mean that they have more control over the resources, more revenue for them. Who would oppose that?
States that don't have anything.
Okay. So now you bring me to the second part. So
yes.
States that do not have any resource, or I doubt if there's actually any state without resource. So that brings us to one critical point, that some states have become very lazy to even know what they are blessed with, to even know the minerals that are deposited under the ground or they're in their jurisdiction. So if it happens that they have none, what about being creative? Don't they have human beings in there? Can they develop? Can they develop the human capital of their residents?
But Doctor is saying something.
So
which
yes, what Doctor is
baby
saying
with
is the
feeding
feeding
bottle.
bottle.
Yes, maybe with feeding bottle. How can it be
Economy.
creative?
And I agree today on that. There indeed there is the feeding bottle economy that we need to discourage.
Yes.
So because resources are tapped from one area and is shared for everybody, whether you have it or not, so they just give to you and people feel okay with it. I think if we want to move from where we are to where we should be, then we should move away from that. So I think that you would have a lot of states signing, agreeing to it, and besides, it's a bill that has been considered at the National Assembly. So I don't think there'll be much opposition to it. But for states that want to oppose, I need to ask them, are you for progress or you're anti-progress?
Talking about progress or anti-progress, guess what, guys? My time is up and I have to progressively jump off this set. But don't worry, I'm not going away without giving you something special. I'm bringing in Senator Honorable Chooks to come and tell you everything you need to know about sports. Don't go anywhere. My name is Swift Aderito. See you at the top.